Hey everyone, welcome back and welcome to another reading Aries. This is going to be your reading for April 2021. It's really great to see you guys again. So, let's see what month has in store, huh? Yes. I've tried to do this reading a few times and this card has come out first a few times and this is a completely different deck, and I can say with 100% confidence that it's a time of rejoice for you guys right now. The energy, I can only describe it as liberation, as a weight being lifted off of your shoulders, a lessening in the worries and the woes. It just, it feels, it's refreshing. It's refreshing. Yeah. I think you guys may be having a few drinks by yourself or with friends. Just really thinking about how far you've come and really thinking about there's just so much gratefulness in your energy, Aries. You know, you have so much around you, and I think that, yeah, that's what this is. This is someone who is happy for what they have in their life. This is someone who is grateful for how far they've come and what they have been able to accomplish under the most dire of circumstances. So it's like you get this moment, to get this chance in April to really breathe and to really take stock and to catch your breath, come back to present, and really just be proud of yourself. I think that you're starting over in some area in your life. Yeah. Some of you may be perhaps going back to school, studying. You're working on your skill set. You're working on your skill set. And that's what I love about you guys. It's, even though like from the outside in, you achieve so much and you're just doing so well, you could appear as someone who is thriving, you know, because of that enthusiastic way that you guys approach life. In April, it's like you're not losing that hunger. I see you guys just being grateful and really valuing the precious things that are in your life while you have the ability to value them. And you're continuing to better yourself in April and continuing to work hard at just being a better person. I feel like the work that you guys want to find yourself doing is work that is emotionally fulfilling as well, is what this is about. And I think that there's a rebirth that's happening in that area. Really nice. I think that your approach is changing. Your approach is changing, and I think that you're getting more and more, like you value the follow through. And I think that you guys are exhibiting that. And I think that that's really good for you because you do have a lot of starting power. You're the first ones that are in line, you know, and the first ones that are going to get the project off the ground, implement the new way of doing things, whatever it is, you guys are on board. But a skill set that you now have, Aries, is that you have ascended in some way, haven't you? You have ascended. Yeah. You're like, this month, you're gonna be able to finally make sense. Hell yeah. This is heavy ascension energy. This month, you're finally gonna be able to make sense of the questions that have been eluding you for a long time. This Temperance Hangman energy is This to me looks like reflection. This is a lot of intuition. This is a lot of perception. This is a lot of instinct. This is a lot of instinct and clarity of the mind. So your approach to life right now, your take on your life is it's a very clear-headed and open-minded one. I think that you are really intelligent in the way that your understanding of what's going on around you and what you have been through, and your understanding of how you want to work, how you want to show up in the world, how you want to achieve your how you want to achieve your dreams and your goals is what's evolving here. I think that there's this aggression when it comes to the work ethic and this hunger to achieve. Don't rush any decisions, Aries, and I think that you may feel like the clock is sort of running down or running against you to accomplish something, but as they say, haste makes waste, and I think that it would really benefit you to take a little bit more time when it comes to accepting anything new, and or before, when the question is where your energy is going to be invested, where your time is going to be invested. You guys really want to make sure that you're not jumping out of the frying pan and into the fire this month. These really need to be steps that are thought through from start to finish. So it will require that follow through that we were picking up on, and that careful consideration of whatever the thing is. And you're doing this. I think that there's something that you're never going to go back to, or that you don't want to go back to. You have seen too much. You have grown. You have cleared this level. It definitely feels like a mastering of some kind of lesson here that you've been struggling with, for a very long time. So April is about relief. April is about triumph. It's about victory. It's about you overcoming it, right? Nice. Very nice. Wow. Three of Wands and the World. Incredible. All right, Aries, I'm going to check the lighting. It's sunset here. So I just want to make sure you can still see these, and we're going to talk about these again, okay? Just a sec. Okay. So Aries, when I look at your cards, the first thing that comes to mind is ambition. There is no one around that can look at you and look at your life and look at the way that you guys move and question your ambition. Your desire to be successful, your desire to have for yourself, and your devotion to your dreams, the amount of passion and the amount of follow-through that you put into something. It's unlike any other because of all the excitement that's around it. So I think that where you guys invest your time is pretty interesting to people, to say the least. When you guys move, it's like the world watches. There's so much that you influence. Some of you may be up-and-coming influencers or just influencers in your own right. Many of you, I don't think, realize the impact that you have had on the world around you and the impact that you're having on the world. You're enjoying yourself right now, and it feels good where you are right now. And so much so that even if you have to start something over from scratch or just rip something all the way down and do it again, take it all apart and analyze the different parts of it, you're willing to do that if it's the right thing to do. You're willing to do it if it's if you can find the reason behind it. And you've gotten a kind of push, like you have seen the reasoning behind making a decision to leave something. And if you haven't left something, I think that you just want to make it better. There's that itch, that scratch that you have. Your intelligence is what is carrying you through this month. I feel like the ideology that you have that people may not understand sometimes or get, because maybe it seems far-fetched, because they may run out of steam or they don't have the same kind of juice that you do. That same ideology, I think, is one that, or that approach to life is what we'll call it. It's what makes you guys special. Needless to say, you are ascending this month, and it's almost like even if you're taking a step back from things, even if you're making lateral moves, they somehow still are setting you up to be propelled forward. There's a lot of bravery here this month that I see for you. A lot of bravery, a lot of belief, and I think that you are dreaming bigger. I think that you're revamping some of the dreams that you have. In a less abstract sense, your wants and desires are changing, because I feel like you are becoming more honest with yourself about what you want and what you desire and what you will tolerate and what you're not willing to settle for. And I think that many of you are, the kind of authenticity that you have is it's something that you have in common with Sagittarius and Aquarius. There's a Sag card. And what you three have in common is that you're very principled. You're very principled, and I think that there is a moral code that the three of you kind of carry. As an Emperor, you're someone who has strong values, who must do good by people just because it's a part of your job description if you want to be a good one. Aquarians, because of their desire to serve the world, and in doing that, it would mean that you would have to have a strong code of ethics. And Sagittarians represent that weighing. of good and evil and keeping the balance. You're embodying all three of these energies this month, and it's really, really fascinating. Really, really fascinating. I think that you have the potential to be very, there's a lot of prosperity here. A lot of prosperity. And I think that you're optimistic about the steps that you're taking through April. You're optimistic about the decisions that you're making. And that's, so another thing that's really major here, you are really trusting your judgment in April. And I think that you are most definitely calling the shots, making the moves. You're change makers this month. Some of these choices may not make sense to other people, but it's not really about other people, is it? It's about what you guys are being called to do. And what you can do with your life, what you can do with the one life that you have, your freedom. How you spend your time. One of the most precious and I would say constant decisions that we have to make. I think that there's a plan that you had that is being revised. It's unfolding differently. But don't let that scare you. Don't let that deter you. And don't let, just because something has to be postponed doesn't necessarily mean that it's just never going to happen. Because I feel like there was the vision board is changing. The path to where you want to go is different. It is. But I think that where you are right now, it's a powerful place to be because of the amount of awareness that's here. The amount of presence of mind that's here. The kind that makes you equipped to shape the timeline, to rework the timeline, or to find the good in the extra time that you now have. It depends on how we see setbacks, how we use and handle fear, how we use and handle our anxiety about the process. The fear can keep you on a path that has been constructed for you or laid out for you, but is not necessarily one that's representative of the principles that you embody. But to be able to lay down a path of your own and trust your judgment to get you there. It's pretty powerful. It's pretty powerful. Be proud of the missions that you guys are given and accept them. And don't give up on them. You'll be successful if you just stay the course. All right, that's what I have for you for April. If you guys would like to see the extended, the link to that is going to be in the description box. We're using Patreon for that. By joining through Patreon, you'll get access to the extended for this reading, as well as all of the other extended readings for April, as well as all extended readings ever. So definitely, if you haven't joined over there, go ahead and do that for some more insight into the energy. And also, I'm super, super excited to say I am now, I will now be offering personal readings. So the information for that will be in the description box below as well. If you'd like a personal reading, go ahead and shoot me an email, and we can get that set up. All right. If I don't see you in the extended, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.